Get informed at contentdelaware.org.
We're pleased to have Mary Hirschbiel here with Read Aloud Delaware. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you.
We'd like to learn about your mission of Read Aloud Delaware.
Well, Read Aloud Delaware's mission is to ensure that each preschool-age child is regularly read to one-on-one, preferably by someone they live with. But we know that many families are very busy or perhaps don't have the education or the inclination to read to their children. So we have a very large volunteer reading program. Our volunteers go to child care centers, Head Starts, kindergarten centers, and read to one child at a time for 5 to 15 minutes per child. And then they repeat that for however long they're there at the child care center.
Can you tell me about the difference that it makes having a young person read to on a weekly basis?
Well, children that have been read to since birth have larger vocabularies. By the time they enter, by the time they're 3 years old, a child who has been read to and talked to and sung to from birth has heard 30 million more words than a child who is not read to frequently. There are studies that show that children who come from more limited backgrounds have only heard 25 hours of reading before they enter kindergarten, whereas children who come from homes where they're read to regularly have heard well over 1,000 hours. And in that time, they're hearing new words, they're hearing how sentences are put together, they're hearing how people interact with each other by the stories. They're seeing how other children in the stories solve problems. They are seeing how they could experience the world in a different way than they do. So the exposure that they get through books is not just this warm, cuddly time with another adult, which is important. But most of all, I think it helps children develop their attention spans.
What would you look for from the public? What could you use from the public?
Well, we always need more volunteers because there are always children waiting to be read to. And our goal ultimately is to have each child get a turn to be read to every week. And in order to do that, even in the 106 sites that we're located in, we need a lot of volunteers. Because people do take vacations, they go away for the summer or whatever. We need people to fill in. We need just additional people reading to make that weekly commitment of 1 to 2 hours.
Well, good. And we'll have your contact information to get those volunteers
Good.
flowing into you.
Good.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much.